Hello, Cousin Johnny here. I'd like to shout out to the sponsors of the Buzzin' with Cousin show. Max Fit Meals, 520 Fremont Street, Monterey. Grab and go healthy meals. They're delish. I Heart You Candles and Gifts, 329 Lighthouse in Monterey. Also Tuesday night at Farmers Market, Monterey. That garlic stuff, if you like garlic, you're going to love that garlic stuff. Tuesday at Monterey Farmers Market. And go to thatgarlicstuff.com for more information and more locations. Destination 831, live streaming. Promote yourself, promote your business. Destination 831. Go to Facebook, and Kevin Armstead will take care of you. The Sweet Spot on 9 Delfino Place, Carmel Valley, California. Beautiful spot. Sit out there in the sun. You got olive oil. You've got wine tasting. You got sandwiches, baked goods. The Sweet Spot. 9 Delfino Place, Carmel Valley. Thank you, the sponsors, for helping out. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Hello, welcome to Buzzin' with Cousin Johnny here. How's everybody doing today? It's a great day, and we've got a great guest. And let me just start off and let me introduce this gentleman. He's the owner of Santa Cruz Guitar Company, 45 plus years of making quality custom guitars, 45 plus years. Please let me introduce Richard Hoover. Richard, good morning.
Good morning, Maestro.
Welcome to the show.
I'm delighted to be here. Good to see you.
Thank you. Now, Richard, congratulations on 45 plus years of what you do with the.
I thank you for that. It's some people say it seems like it just flew by, right? And I say, it seems like about 45 years.
Wow. Now, Richard, are you from Santa Cruz, or how did you come to the area?
Well, I'll try to make this brief. I grew up about 40 miles south of Fresno, outside of Hanford, and I delivered the Fresno Bee as a kid, the newspaper, and I won a trip to Santa Cruz by getting subscriptions for the newspaper. And they threw us in an old bus before air conditioning, and we drove through the valley and picked up other little newspaper boys to come over here to the boardwalk. And we ate candy and drank soda in July, 110. And I was pretty green by the time we went through Gilroy and up over Hecker Pass.
Oh, man.
But when we got over to the top and dipped into the fog, and I looked at the redwoods, the cool fog, and the feel of it, I was 9 years old, and I went, I'm moving here.
Well, that sounds great. This area here, Santa Cruz, Monterey, it's the best.
Yeah, that got solidified later when I read Steinbeck, and I was going to be the next Bob Dylan, don't you know? And I didn't want to live in the city, but I wanted access, and Santa Cruz was the perfect place to be.
Nice. Now, Richard, are you a musician yourself, or?
Well, I fancy myself a musician. However, after this long, I should be really, really good, but I still don't play out anymore. I think using your hands for guitar making and playing guitar aren't really compatible, after you do it for 40 or 45 years.
Yeah. Now, how take us on a trip on memory lane. How did this start, this lutherie of the Santa Cruz Guitar Company? How did it happen?
Thank you. Well, the I think any guy at least would admit that they learned to play guitar to impress a girl, and that was my story. And it worked. and we're celebrating our 50th anniversary this year. I'll fit that in. So the guitar playing, I was waiting for my girlfriend to come home after school, and I sat on the curb in front of her house playing guitar.
Perfect.
And it literally came as a inspiration, truly, that if I could make a guitar, I could do everything I liked at once. I like to build things. I like to figure things out. I love guitar. I love the music, and that's where I got the bug. And I wasn't living in Santa Cruz at that time. This is back in high school, and but my odysseys brought me through Santa Cruz, and I met a man, Bruce McGuire, that was a classical builder, and he offered to take me in, not as an apprentice, but just teach me after hours, after work, and that was my beginnings in this. And at that time, there were no videos or books on guitar making. And I was kind of learning blind. He was a classical builder. I wanted to build steel strings. So there was a lot of figuring out myself. And the beauty of it is that I couldn't find anything on that. My mother was a librarian, and she looked up what she could for me. It was all on violin making. And violin making gave me the key to the success that we still practice today, to build instruments where we control the sound rather than just let it happen to us. So it's been a great run.
Perfect. Now, where's your shop located?
We're over on right Midtown Santa Cruz. It used to be an industrial district, but that's changing fast. It's near Costco. We're kind of wedged between from Costco and the playing fields over in Harvey West Park. So real incognito. There's no signs or anything, and it's funny. You wouldn't expect guitars to go from there all around the world.
Yeah. Now I'm not a musician myself, but I love it. I love everything about it. I love music. I love everything about it. And I just want to ask you now, on the guitar, you have is there different types of woods that you can use, right?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
And does this wood make a different sound? For example, mahogany or something else? Would that make a difference?
Absolutely. One of my career goals is to promote mahogany as a bona fide tone wood. It's always been used on the lesser models because it's not as dramatic looking. I mean, lesser priced models and so forth. But first off, everything we use is responsibly harvested, and that means it could be reclamation. From any kind of old lumber, from furniture to a sunken log, a downed tree. So we're not cutting trees when we build the guitars. And
Beautiful.
I'm sorry, you first.
That's great.
Back to your question here is that if we think of the guitar bass to treble, the EQ, like the sliders on your graphic equalizer, that gives you more or less bass in your mix, and the same with the guitar. But on your sound system, you can adjust that. In the guitar, it's fixed, so it has to be built into it. The bass and treble happen in another way. It's not the wood. There's a lot of folklore on the internet, but the wood itself is a different scale. It's a scale of bright and clear to warm and blended. So the scale of woods would go from on the warm end, maybe Indian rosewood, on the bright end, let's say cocobolo or maple. And that's why you see maple in jazz guitars, because people want a bright, clear, articulate sound so you can hear every note that you play. In folk, country, bluegrass, people like a warmer tone, or especially if you're using it with a vocal accompaniment. And then right in the middle are things like walnut, koa, and my choice, mahogany. It's very versatile because you maintain some warmth, but you have more clarity, more separation between notes. So that's a mouthful. But the guitar wood will contribute to the tone, the bright or dark of the guitar, not the bass or treble.
Wow, that's really that's great. I mean, that is really fascinating. And
it's fun stuff.
what about your I mean, you don't have to give any secrets out, but what about the strings?
We let me just say this is simple. Anything that we don't make that goes into the guitar, and there are those things: strings, tuning machines, particularly the case. We design our own version of that and have it made for us. Uh, most market, things in the marketplace are made for the lowest common denominator. They're made for price so that more people will buy them. So we're limited. We can't get strings good enough for our guitars, quite simply. A violin player will pay maybe $100, $120 for a set of 4 strings, but guitar players are used to paying 10. What's going on here, right? So we we spent probably 15 years working with the Naval Postgraduate School Acoustic Physics Department, Stanford University's Acoustic Graduate Program, and all the big string manufacturers. And I just asked them, if price was no object, what would you do to improve your strings? And we put all that together in a string that really does make the guitar sound better, or more accurately, it allows the guitar its real voice. And the big breakthrough in that was that it's the tension of the string that changes its effect. And guitar strings are sold by gauge or measurement, which could be all over the place. So that's quite a long story there, but it's been really good to us. We can string our guitars up with something that really gives them their accurate voice. And it's also turned from just selling to our customers and friends to we sell them worldwide now. We really have a tiger by the tail with that.
Yeah, I noticed you have you have a lot of out of the country.
Yeah, we do. We're a pretty special market. We're making, I don't mean to sound, this isn't hubris. We're really trying to do the best possible guitar that we can. And with that, it means we're really limited in our production. But they're also very expensive because of the time it takes to do that. And we need the whole world for a market to run a business.
Yeah, I want to, I got a couple photos from your website. I just want to show the listeners the beauty of your guitars. And here's one here. Beautiful.
That's nice. That's I like simple elegance, and that's really my taste.
That's what you call simple elegance.
Yeah, that's a 12 frets to the body dreadnought. Now that's sexy.
Yeah, I love the color.
That's our F model cutaway, and that is a really nice kind of tobacco fade on it. Michael Hines, that does our color, is really an artist. It's beautiful work.
I mean, what you've got is just a work of art. I mean, look at that. Beautiful.
Thank you. It's I grew up with a designer. My father was hard to describe, but a commercial artist and a designer. And my wife of 50 years is a graphic artist. So I can't get away with funky looking guitars.
Oh, that's classy. Here we go. I got another one here.
Oh, wow. That's a bass. And that's a challenge for makers. To get that really long scale on an acoustic body, most companies put the bridge way at the tail of the guitar, and it doesn't respond acoustically. It has to be plugged in. But this one sounds really it sounds like a stand-up bass. It's very exciting.
Oh, wow. That's one instrument that I'm fascinated over, is that big stand-up bass.
Yeah.
Well, that's got the frets on it, and then I guess the stand-up doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. The fixed frets are funny business because you can't be accurate in your tuning on every string. It's kind of a tempered arrangement where you get it close as you can. There are fretless guitars, but that creates a challenge in itself. We have made a fretless version. That's a really pretty piece of mahogany, and
That is
people
absolutely
refer to it
beautiful.
maybe bee's wing figure.
I got one more. I noticed
This
there's
is
like a
yeah,
stripe or something on the down the middle.
this is Sycamore, and in Santa Cruz, if you go down Walnut Street, that's actually sycamores, and I love it. It's a nice local sustainable wood.
That's great. Yeah. Now, Richard, how many would custom guitars would you say you do in a year? I mean, is a couple hundred?
We make I'm close friends with a lot of other builders, and one of my good friends, Bob Taylor at Taylor Guitars, is a good case in point. They make twice as many guitars in a day as we make in a year.
Wow.
Excuse me, as a juxtaposition. So we're probably around, I'd say maybe 450 guitars per year, and they're all custom. And we usually have conversations with the player themselves, even though we sell through stores, that traditional distribution. We talk to people to get what they want in sound, in cosmetics or look, and what they want in playability. So very gratifying to work with directly with people.
And I noticed that you have for the original purchaser, you have a lifetime warranty. Is that correct?
That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Yeah, we guarantee the guitar, against really like defects in materials, workmanship. And what's interesting is if there were those, they'd show up probably in the first year of the guitar. The lifetime warranty is dramatic, but we really don't do much warranty work. We do a lot of customer service because the guitar has wear items on it, like tires on a car. The frets will wear, where the string stops at the north end and the south end, the nut and saddle will wear, and those need to be replaced. And we do a lot of that work as customer service rather than obligation for warranty.
Yeah.
And we also take care of it if somebody sits on it in the dark or runs over it. We're there for them.
Wow, that's nice. That's really great. Richard, now I noticed that also you offer tours to the public of your place.
We do. Our lives have changed with COVID in
Yeah.
many, many ways. And one of them for us is I'm fiercely protective of my guitar makers to not expose them. And we've gone to great lengths. I mean, when it was hot and heavy, we had vapor barriers, HEPA filters cleaning the air, and everybody, of course, distancing and wearing masks. We still wear masks in the shop. And with that, it's really difficult to give tours and expose them to people. So we suspended tours for the time being, but I can fit them in on Saturdays sometimes and Fridays. So I would have people give a call and we'll put them on a list and let them know when we're free and clear to go.
Yeah, that's really nice. You offer that, and you have a newsletter.
It's fun.
You also have a newsletter. So to me, it's when you get a Santa Cruz guitar, you're like in a family, is what I'm.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That's a beautiful way to put it.
You're getting support.
We, if I could, John, let me say this. Making guitars is a beautiful thing, but it is only a vehicle for what we really do. And we manage people's thrill of acquisition before, during, and after they get their guitar. And that's a lot. People want respect, attention, and they want finally to have somebody listen to them and give them what they want rather than be sold something they don't understand. So it's a very intimate relationship we have with people when we build a guitar, and that's a really important part of their family when they get it.
Beautiful. Also, you have looks like you got a great staff of luthiers there. I see them.
I'm really lucky. They're not only really skilled and talented people, but for our quality level, You can't get it by threatening them. You can't get it by trying to bribe them and pay them more. They have to be engaged in it themselves and want the final guitar to be perfect. And in that regard, I can't just, like, if somebody left, I can't just hire somebody and show them a video and have them work there.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time to really learn how to do this correctly.
Yeah. So, Richard, let's say one of the listeners out there is, really wants Santa Cruz guitar. What's the procedure? They have to come in to the shop, or how does that work?
No, actually, it's not, because we do international business. I mean, I talk to people all over the world every day. If I may say, I've made my life's work of this. I'm really well practiced. I really know how to listen to people. And over the phone, we can talk about what guitar they have, what they like about it, what they'd like more of or less of. And we don't go into acoustic physics terms. We just talk about what they have. They may have a guitar that they love. And if we can reference that, I can coach them and guide them into how to design their own custom guitar. And it's fun and it's not intimidating. And I encourage anybody to give me a call. It's that simple. We will refer you to a retailer to make your sale, but we're there for you for everything else.
Right. And so what do you think the turnaround time is if somebody orders a guitar? And is it?
It is it's context. Somebody wants a relatively straightforward guitar that we've built before. We're set up to do it. The building time itself can take 2 to 4 months. Our wait list is something that we manage pretty creatively. What stores do is they reserve spots on our calendar to get guitars. So somebody may be able to work with a shop like Sylvan Music in Santa Cruz, who are just wonderful, and they can give somebody the next slot, and we might get somebody a guitar within as little as let's say under 6 months. Somebody ordering from a store that doesn't save slots might wait 2 years. So I don't want to scare anybody. We'll find a way to get you access.
Yeah, Richard, all listeners out there, you want that quality custom guitar, they will make it happen. And Richard, I'm going to let you go, to your shop there. And I'm just fascinated by having this conversation with you and what you bring to the community. So we thank you for coming on. And what's your website and how do we contact you?
The website is easy. It's santacruzguitar.com. And our email address is our initials, scgc at santacruzguitar.com. And guitar is singular in those. You can give us a call if you like, 831-425-0999. And I'm happy to talk guitars with you.
Great. Now, I've been on the website when I knew that we were going to have this conversation. Now, I encourage everybody to, if you're interested in guitars and just music in general, Richard's got some beautiful videos of what's happening there at the shop. He's got articles. It's a cool, whoever does your website is great. I mean, you could be on there for an hour just, scrolling around. So, Richard,
I'm a lucky guy.
I appreciate you coming on. And I want everybody to hang tight. Richard's going to be going now, but we're going to play a video about Santa Cruz Guitar Company. So I'm going to let Richard go. I'm going to go ahead and play the video. And remember, if you want a fantastic custom guitar that'll give you a lifetime of music for many generations, Santa Cruz Guitar Company. That's it. Okay, Richard, I'm going to go ahead and play this video. And
thank you, Maestro.
I thank you so much for coming on and what you do. And here we go.
Thanks, boss. Today, Santa Cruz Guitar Company is celebrating 45 years of making the world a better place by providing the musical tools for peace. I've realized my vision of bringing the traditions of the violin masters to the modern steel string guitar, but not all by myself. Approaching the half-century mark, I'm full of gratitude for my treasured teammates, the players, the music press, and our loyal dealers who believed in our radical new ideas back when they were radical new ideas. I'm so proud of my current team. We've all been through serious challenges these last 2 years. Today's Santa Cruz luthiers have braved wildfires, evacuations, and COVID shutdowns without compromise to our rigorous standards and on-time delivery of the finest guitars we've ever made. Being at the top of the game is a delight, but it isn't a place to rest. It's a foothold for reaching out with a helping hand to others still on the journey. If I've taught well, Santa Cruz will remain an open source of experience and knowledge to help advance the cause of all guitar makers, newbies, veterans, luthiers, and factories. We'll continue to practice and promote the responsible harvest of tone woods, and will remain a loud and public voice for the sustainability of our dwindling natural resources. If I get my way, we'll be here when you're ready to help you design and build your own once-in-a-lifetime custom guitar. My sincere thanks to each and every one for allowing me really a right livelihood and certainly the perfect job. Here's to the next 45 years. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Santa Cruz Guitar Company. Thank you, Richard Hoover. Beautiful. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Okay, we'll see everybody next week. And have a great day. Thank you. Bye.